guys, Courtney here. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. Me and 3 other beautiful ladies decided to get together. Yes, I do have clothes on. I do. I have clothes on, I promise. We decided to get together and do a Greek goddess collaboration. This collaboration is going to be with me, Amy Lynn, Summer from It's Always Summer, and my great friend Sherri Ward. So we decided to get together and do this Greek goddess collab, and we all chose a different goddess, and we decided we were going to try to mimic the looks or the essence of the goddess. And I am the last one to do mine because you guys know I have been sick, so I am sorry for that. But I am doing it, and I'm going to try to get through it the best I can, and y'all just have to bear with me. So if you want to see the Greek goddess look and you want to see how I'm going to get it done, I didn't want to give it away at first, so I'm not going to do an intro with everything finished. But if you guys want to see how we get this done and how we're going to look and which goddess I chose, just keep on watching. Okay, so I chose the Greek goddess Artemis. Artemis was a very interesting goddess. We did a lot of research, and the research that I came up with, I found some very interesting things. And I was going to do, there's like 3 different ones that I was going to choose from, but this is the one I finally chose because I really, really love her backstory. And I think a lot of these goddesses were actually not so great. They did some pretty rough things, but the good parts about them, you know, and what, oh gosh, my hair is a hot mess, but the good parts about them is part of the reason why I chose Artemis. I have already put down some foundation, and I have set my face, but I didn't want to do any type of, highlighting and blushing or anything like that, because I want to show you guys, and talk a little bit about the history of the goddess that I chose. So it is Artemis. Artemis was a moon goddess, and she was a healer and she was a hunter, so she was kind of both. Her brother, she had a twin brother, which was Apollo, and she was the daughter of Zeus and Leto. So Zeus had a lot of wives, and I think the one Amy did, Hera, that was her stepmother, to which she didn't like very much. She didn't like Hera. They used to get into arguments and fights all the time, so they did not get along, which I didn't know that until the end, so sorry, Amy. She was both a hunter and a healer. She was very, very, very proficient with the bow and arrow. She was like better than like the hunters, like the male hunters. Like she's very good with it. Her and her brother both. She took pride in maidenhood and chastity. Very close with her body, and she didn't want, you know, she took care of a lot of young girls. She had friends that were nymphs. She had nymphs that were her entourage. They would like hang out with her and go everywhere with her, and it was really cool. They would hunt with her and help her, and you know, because she was always nourishing people. She was a nourisher. She was a giver. You know, she loved to give to people. One of her famous myths, which is not so great, is that she was bathing in the woods one day after hunting, and a hunter, it was a male hunter named Akaton, I think that's his name, or Akaton, I think it's his name. He came by and saw her bathing by accident, and it was definitely on accident. It was not on purpose. She became so mad and so violated, and she felt so violated by her privacy, that she turned his own dogs against him. She turned him into a stag, into a deer, and drove his own dogs to eat him. So yeah, she was really, really, really funny about her body. So yeah, I can relate. I'm funny about my body too, and I can't believe I'm sitting here talking to you guys like this, but you know. There was a quote on there saying that she had the heart of a lion, and her you know, father was Zeus, and you know, so that's why I found my little lion necklace. This is a very old vintage necklace that belonged to my grandmother, and I just love it, and I wanted to wear it, so that's why I have this lion necklace on. She wasn't a lion or anything like that. So she had a very hot temper, and for a lot of these gods and goddesses, I mean, having a hot temper was very normal for them. So, but she did have very good qualities. She healed and nourished people, young girls, animals, sometimes warriors, but she would only heal those warriors and nourish those warriors if they showed themselves worthy. If they were, going around, hurting women, if they were going around doing things that, were not cool at all, then she knew, and she would not help them. She would actually curse them and do bad things to them. So basically with the moon goddesses, because she was a moon goddess, it's kind of like however the moon was going is what her moods would be. Like she would change her moods with the moon cycles, which is kind of funny because that's kind of like all of us females, with whatever's going on in our lives, how our moods change. So I thought that was pretty interesting. One myth even says that she often got into huge fights with her stepmother Hera, and that she has often tried to threaten to kill her, and they would go back and forth. And which I mean is understandable. You have a stepmother, but poor Hera. I mean, Hera is just sitting there, with Zeus being her husband, and he has all these wives, and so I feel for Hera as well. So her essence was mostly good, and she was best known for healing and hunting and just to nourish people, and I can totally relate to that, and that's why I was driven to her. And I will show you guys some pictures, like the other ladies have said, if you've seen their videos. If you haven't, I will link everything down below. You can go and see them, but I'll also throw some pictures up. I have one that is very pretty. They're mostly modern pictures because all of the actual real pictures of these goddesses, they were basically unclothed because they didn't wear clothes. Do you know why? She was so worried about her body in the little lake or whatever in the woods, put on some clothes. But anyhow, so I'll throw the pictures up there so you guys can see it. This is my favorite. The favorite thing that I found on her, and this I think was the first thing that I saw, other than the fact that she was a nourisher and a healer. She took pity on a young hunter that Apollo had cursed. Apollo cursed him to live only by the light of the moon. Okay, y'all know where I'm going with this, right? So she took a lot of pity on him because she felt like he hadn't done anything wrong, and she gave him supernatural hunting powers, and in exchange for a lifelong devotion to her. Now that within itself, that myth and that story is said to be where the first vampire was originated from. So I thought that was very, very cool. Y'all know I am all about some sci-fi and vampire stuff, so that was just super cool to me. And that was one of the first stories that I saw, and that was one of the coolest stories that I saw on her. So basically she Apollo made him to where he could only live at nighttime, but she basically made him have supernatural powers like a vampire. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. So that's pretty much it as far as like the research and stuff that I wanted to share with you guys on her. I just want to kind of give you a little rundown of what I found. I know there's a lot of other things on these goddesses that that I could bring up and that I could talk about, but I'm gonna go ahead and do a makeup look. And the look that I'm gonna do, my eyes are not acting the way I want them to, but I'm going to try my hardest to do the best I can. As you can see, I'll throw the pictures up again because there's two pictures, so maybe I'll be able to get them both up there. See if I can get them up there. So you can see that there's a lot of dark colors, a lot of because she was a moon goddess, just like a lot of blues, a lot of darks, a lot of grays, a lot of greens, and then she had a lot of like a blue shine on her face. And so we are going to go 100% ham on the face with the blues and greens and the dark colors, and you know how I do it. So I'm going to get all my stuff together for my Greek goddess collaboration. And like I said, you guys, please check out the other ladies' videos. They are awesome, and especially y'all just have to go look at them. Y'all have to go watch. So I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, so this is the look that I came up with. My eye over here is watering like crazy. So I have like a blip over here, and then this eye started doing the same thing. As soon as this eye started watering, this eye started watering. So what I did was I took and I was trying to wing out my liner with the black and blue and a navy, you know, just different colors. And then of course things just went all to hell whenever I started doing that. So that's that. I tried to do everything I could to stop this from happening over here. I used my Dose of Colors palette because I definitely wanted to get like a lot of drama up underneath here, and I know it was dramatic, super dramatic, but some of the pictures I saw, like the whimsical pictures and some of the pictures, even like the newer and older pictures, like she had very, very, very dark colors around her eyes, like super dark colors, almost like moon shape. And so I wanted to kind of capture that essence as far as, you know, the moon shape around the eyes. I didn't mean to make myself look like a girl that's been crying all day, because this kind of makes me want to cry that my eyes did this to me. It looks like I've been crying. But every time I try to do something with them, when they're like this, y'all know how it is. So my whole point was to do like a lot of blue in this area, which I did. I think I accomplished that very well. And a lot of highlight. Like I did my whole face with the highlighting palette. BH Cosmetics highlighting palette is amazing. So you guys didn't see a lot of it because a lot of it was really jacked up looking. Because I really did. I had to go over my eyes a lot of times. So I didn't want to have you guys sit there and watch me screw up and then start over. So but this BH Cosmetics color highlight, it's the backlight, a black light highlight 6 color palette. This is basically the palette that I use. Let me cut the lighting down a little. This is the what I use on my whole face. The blue and the green here are beautiful colors. You know, like I can come down in the middle here and show you, like, because I did not do this. But it's just beautiful colors on this highlighter. And everything was just so moonlighty and just so, like, it's like, you know, the eyes are kind of showing the dark side of her, and then the face just kind of showing like the whimsical, you know, kind of like a Tin Man, but in blue and pink. So, but I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if nothing else, you got a little bit of history from, you know, the Greek goddesses. And like I said, it did not mean for it to turn out like a hot, you know, like bleedy eye mess, but I did the best I could with what my eyeballs were doing. So I just decided I was just going to go all out, and when my eyes started watering, I just kind of didn't have a choice. So just make sure you check out the ladies down below. That's going to be Amy Lynn, It's Always Summer, and Sherri Ward. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and this is my impression, which is not perfect, my impression of the Greek goddess Artemis, who I think is amazing. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I will not argue with you. I will see you on my next video. Bye.